was challenged to talk about Puzzle Quest, so I'm going to do that real quick. Because I play Magic the Gathering Puzzle Quest, they want to know how I build decks on there. I build a deck, and then I play that deck forever. And if the rule changes saying that I can't play white cards for this one thing, then I make an event deck out of a deck I'm already using and cram a couple cards on it. Like, it's complicated.
No, you're just trying to make big numbers.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's trying to match as much stuff as you can, so you can get as much mana as you can, so you can charge all of the cards that you have waiting in your hand, so you can play all your cards at once. And so the decks I build are either I have one that's called Make Mana. It's a blue-green deck, and all it does is turn all the gems green, so it can make a ton of mana, shove it into all the cards I have in my hand, which then will play spells that draw more cards, which then fill those up, because I'll play other cards that make more mana, and then I loop.
So combo heavy deck.
Yeah, very heavy kind of that.
Is Oko as oppressive on Puzzle Quest Magic as he is in real life?
We're on Core 2020.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you don't have to deal with that yet.
No, we don't know anything about what has come after that at this point.
It's usually a set behind?
Usually set behind, yeah.
Yeah.
So, how I build decks is I find the 10 cards, because there are 10 cards total, I find the 10 cards that'll have those kind of interactions so I can win as fast as I can so I can stop playing. Got to get your dailies in. It's the other deck I have is an Ajani deck, so it's red-white, and the whole point of that is play things that disable your opponent's creatures, so like Hixus Prison Warden, Summoning Bonds, I think was the other one. I have 2 or 3 things that just basically lock down your opponent's creatures so they can't do anything, they just disables them. Which means their effects on the board also, if it's like, whenever you match a thing, then do this. It's like, well, that doesn't trigger because it's disabled. So I build a deck built around shutting down my opponent really heavily and then slowly getting my own creatures onto the board so they can just kind of chip away at their health until they die. I don't think it's terribly interesting because I hate deck building, which is the thing when like Ben Wheeler, we had that conversation the other day about like Ben Wheeler thinks that if Beej actually just applied himself, he could be the best Magic player in the moon base. Yeah,
but you're a super judge.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah, level 5.
But
you like piloting, not building.
But it's just the thing. It's like building the deck is a big thing that bugs me because there's just so much to draw on. And that's kind of the problem I even have with Puzzle Quest, where I'm just like, I'm trying to find cards. I look at what my opponents play a lot of time to be like, oh, that was a good interaction, or hey, that whole thing they just did, that 5-card interaction, I'm going to just copy that for myself. Oh, I don't have 2 or 3 of those cards. Well, then I can't do this thing, so I guess I'll just go back to what I was doing.
Or what you're saying is that you just miss original Puzzle Quest, because I know you played original Puzzle Quest.
It was a lot of fun. I liked it, and I don't miss it. This is a fun way to know the names of the cards, so that when people talk about it around the moon base, then it's like, oh, I know what they're talking about. I've seen the art.
I have other tactics for that. It's nodding a lot.
Just.
Oh yeah, I totally know what you're talking.
So all of that was to buy time. So